Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
I keep pushing the wrong damn button. Hold on. I pushed the wrong button. I'm sorry about that. Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson on this Manic Monday edition. Ryan McCarthy in just a second. But want to tell you guys about Recruiting Giants. Their mission is to connect exceptional talent with exceptional companies. They strive to provide innovative and tailored staffing solutions to help organizations build successful teams. By leveraging our expertise and extensive network of industry professionals, we aim to drive growth, foster long-term partnerships, and positively impact the success of both our clients and our candidates. We are dedicated to delivering exceptional service, exceeding expectations, and becoming the preferred staffing partner for businesses looking for top talent. For more information, email my buddy Mark Zanetto at info@recruitinggiants.com or give him a call at 336-587-3659. Recruiting Giants, where talent meets opportunity. And speaking of opportunity, if I can find the right button here. Speaking of opportunity, we're gonna sip some coffee. This coffee with McCarthy is sponsored by Steph Curry Cognac. One, and it's lights out. Rising great. And here he is via the Invader Coffee guest line, the one, the only Ryan McCarthy, aka Ryan McCarthy. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I thought you were going to say, speaking of recruiting giants, here's Ryan McCarthy. But I'm slimming down these days, so I'm not so much of a giant anymore. So
I love it. I love it. Doesn't it feel good though?
It does. It does.
Good. Hey,
yeah,
I've been there.
Getting in a healthier state just feels better. Whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, it's all good.
Yeah, it all works. I've been where you've been. I weighed over 500 pounds once upon a time.
My heaviest was 338. So no, I didn't get to that level of
good. I never want. I don't want anybody to get to the level where I was just so in the dumps and just letting everything go that I got that heavy.
Yeah, but, I mean, when I was 338, I was still working out regularly. I was lifting weights and I was doing cardio. I just couldn't drop the weight. And then my sister, she's my inspiration for all this. She saw a doctor. She's been losing a lot. She's been on her own personal weight loss journey too. And she got me to see this doctor who's kind of turned everything around metabolically. So
good.
I give her full credit. Love you, Shan. Give her full credit for helping me turn the right direction. But did you ever see? Are you familiar with the comedian Gabriel Iglesias?
Fluffy. Yes, I am.
Yeah, you were at the level. You were at damn. You were at hell no.
I was at level 6.
You're not going to be on the elevator.
I was at level 6 when they. Oh hell no! I was there.
No.
I was there. I got to damn, and then oh hell no! Back in the 2010s. All right, I'm glad to be away from both of those levels right now.
You're now. I think both of us are kind of in between healthy and husky.
Yes. Yes. And I love it.
Which is funny because that's the size I wore when I was a kid. Hi, Mom and Dad.
What's on tap first of all, what's the brew? What's the brew you got this morning?
I actually got some Cafe Bustelo. I got the Colombian blend.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little inspiration from Alberto B. Wise. What's up, Wise?
Hey,
I got my best buddy next to me. He's just waking up. Hi, bud.
There's old tag along. There's old tag along.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got a little Bustelo myself over the weekend. The thing with me that I found out, my intake has got to be smaller, or it'll
Mhm.
send my stomach sideways. I can
Well,
have. I called my doctor. He said you can have. He said you can drink coffee because your 2 cups of coffee be good for you, but they have to be cup size. They can't be this size.
it can't be this size.
Right. I can't do that either. So I can have like 2 8 to 10 ounce cups, and yeah, and I'll be good there, which is what I did this morning. I had
Mhm.
one 10 ounce. I had one 10 ounce cup. It was great, and I'm feeling good. And the other thing is timing. It was timing for
Yeah.
me, because one of the rules that I wrote down here in my notebook is that I can't eat or drink any coffee 2 hours prior to broadcast. So
Mhm.
I got up early. I got a workout in. I got in my
Yeah.
breakfast before I saw Jody off to work, and feeling good, man. Feeling
Good.
absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, you sound great too. You sound better than than you were last week. So
Yeah, I
uh,
was worn out. I was worn
no,
out last week. Didn't realize how worn out I was.
it was all
What's
that
on tap?
vacationing. It's all that vacationing, man.
Look, recovering from vacation is something else, okay? Recovering from
That's
vacation
no,
is
that's
something
no,
else.
that's no, that's absolutely true because whenever I go to the Outer Banks and come back from North Carolina, the next week I'm just dragging
Yeah.
because it's a
Oh,
lot
we
of travel. It's a
oh,
lot of travel.
we both were dragging. We both were dragging the drive to Missouri, getting checked in at Branson, all the stuff that we had planned. I'll tell you what, couple nights we had shows planned. We had planned to go to a show the first night we got there.
Mhm.
I looked at Jody and she looked at me and she said, "Do you really want to go to this magic show?" I said, "Babe, can I be honest?" And she starts laughing. She says, "You better." I said,
Yeah,
"Hell no, I don't want to go. I'm tired." And she looked at me and she says, "Good. Let's go to bed and let's go to sleep.
yeah.
You're
That
on."
was that
That was
was
that.
that was me the night we got to North Carolina. The last time we went to this past time we went to North Carolina back in summer
Yeah.
22. My sister and I we left here from our house at about 11:45 p.m.
Mhm.
Got to the house around 12:30, between 12:30 and 1, and we had driven all night. We had driven through New
Yeah.
Jersey, we drove through Delaware, we drove through Maryland, through Virginia, and we arrived in North Carolina. And I had been up. I'm not a good sleeper on the road. I don't sleep. I don't sleep when I'm traveling. I don't sleep in cars. I don't sleep in trains. I don't sleep in airplanes. I don't sleep, period. I don't know
Right.
why. It's just a thing with me.
Right.
So we got to the house. We had ordered some dinner. I'd
Mm.
eaten dinner. I was just thinking to myself, all right, I'm just gonna go to my room in the house we rented and just lay down for a bit. 3 hours later, it's 9 o'clock. I look at my cell phone and go, "Where'd the time go? Did
Exactly.
I travel on time?
Exactly.
Did I do some time traveling?" Like, apparently not. I put in a playlist of Mikey Chen, and it is gone,
Out.
gone. Next thing,
Out.
when I started watching, he was in Thailand, and the next thing I
Yeah.
know, he's in Taiwan
Oh Lord.
or Vietnam or wherever he was. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Oh, that definitely was us. When
yeah,
we got to Branson, Missouri. We got to Branson, Missouri. Finally got checked in. She says, "You want to go to the hotel and lay down for a while?" Hell yes. And
yes, please,
we drove
yes,
to the
please.
hotel. We got fully checked in. They were showing us where the restaurant was and everything. We went down, had dinner, went back upstairs, and that's when she, "You want to go see this magic show?" "No, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go to
No,
bed." We went
no,
to we
that's
man, we zonked out. She put on an audiobook, and Jody baby, I love you. She got me hooked on audiobooks when we first
oh
met.
yeah, audiobooks
Got me
is the way to
hooked on
go.
She got me hooked on audiobooks. Um now I have an account on my phone.
Mhm,
I got the same account on my tablet, and I got the same account here on my computer. So whenever I'm editing something, I got an audiobook going somewhere.
mhm.
She put an audiobook on, and for those of you who listen to Audible, and for those of you who like are really invested in audiobooks and Audible, like Jody and I are, when you're really tired, put one of those on and see how long it'll take you to zonk out, because it gets to times where we are so tired, she'll say, let's put an audiobook on and zonk out. No problem. We get ready for bed, and all we have to hear is, this is Audible.
This is Audible.
And out. And
By the
go
way,
on.
By the way, if you're the guy who voiced the "This is Audible" and you've been listening to thank you for listening to this Audible product. I really hope you went for the stock option as opposed to a cash out when you started with Audible, because you would be a rich man right now if you took the stock option as opposed to the cash out.
Well, I'm working on voicing a couple of audiobooks because I had one offered to me, and then I'm going to voice my own. The title is going to be From Homeless to Hug.
Speaking of invaders,
the one and only Cole Johnson is with us.
From homeless to hell.
He wouldn't let me complete. He knows the title and wouldn't let me complete it, and he pushed that.
Yeah, I know the title.
You know what?
I know the title too.
You know what? The bet when Cole was off camera. Speaking of Cole's antics, Cole's off camera. We were talking, and then all of a sudden Ryan goes, "Do you want to know how I became a Jets fan?" Brought out the Fighting Irish in McCarthy when he did that.
Darn you, Cole Johnson!
Yes,
that was hilarious. Oh gosh, that was hilarious.
And you timed it perfectly, partner.
You did.
You timed it perfectly. As
I'm gonna get him.
When
got him.
When he's on. Wait a minute.
I got
Wait a
him.
minute. Victor said it best. Victor said it best. When Cole is off camera, he's cooking.
He's cooking.
All right, he's cooking something up. And
we mean stove cooking, not shed cooking. That's a totally different cooking.
Totally different. How many times, folks, in the chat and here on the panel, how many times have we began a question or began a thought, and then Cole Johnson just pops in and then just presses either that button or some other button
or going off the rails?
Yes.
I came this close to pushing off the rails. Hello to you, Darian. You did a wonderful job in spite of the segment 2 that I had planned. So I came this close. To pushing off the rails. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And then you talked about your audio book. I was like, oh, perfect.
Listen, I stayed on task somewhat with the Chris Paul story. I have to say somewhat because I wanted to get that plea in for Darian and for others. So that was
and don't misunderstand me. I'm glad that when Brian does what he does, because he has a giving heart, and so because of that, I don't mind it. It's just
right.
I just like to needle him a little bit.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun when Cole does, because this is why we call Cole the evil genius,
the mad scientist.
The mad scientist. I was on Dan Levely's show Saturday, and the first thing he brought up was Braun's sexual confession. the first thing he brought
Did he have
up
one himself?
And he said, "Not yet."
Oh, Lord. Yeah, because I know he's a Lakers fan, but I heard he does not like.
No. And you know what's bad? I nearly pushed the button and let him have it.
You was about to let him get a takeoff.
I was about to let him get one, but he said that it's so hilarious when we do that. I said, look, that's the brainchild of Cole Johnson. I just asked to borrow it, And since I have, when we brought it to this show, it has morphed into the Bronzexual Hour. Especially when the pastor shows up and when Ray Ray shows up.
By the way, everybody, if you haven't found Ray Ray yet, please call 1-800-YO-KANG. Press option 2. For his, if you have any ideas about his whereabouts? If you've seen him walking around disheveled, if you've seen him on the street begging for his Kang to come back, please call 1-800-YO-KANG. Push option 2.
This moment of bronze-sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze-sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Ray Ray LJPM, now approve all this.
Wait. What is with the appeal of Yo Kang? I still don't get it.
You said it.
How you say it?
You said it. That's exactly what the appeal is. It's how you say it. You know Mr. Johnson, you know the cardinal rule. Wait a minute. It's not. Wait a minute. Cole, you know the cardinal rule of this. It's not what you say, but how you say it.
Say it, yeah.
And when you say "Yo Kang," it sets everybody off into a fit of giggles.
Because I just channel the giddiness of homosexuals when I think that.
And now I can't sing a song in church with the word "Kang" in the back of my head. Kang.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what's bad? Ryan told me about a time where he went on a retreat and he was setting up the slides, and every time he would see the word "king," Ray would pop into his head and he'd start chuckling.
Oh Lord.
Cole Johnson.
Wait a minute.
Kangs.
I'll never be able to think of that word in a biblical sense ever again.
Never.
You can't.
Gosh.
Listen, folks. You can't think of the word.
Wrong king. It's the wrong king.
Oh god.
Can we get the Hooked on Bronix again, please? Can we get that again, please?
Do it. Push the button.
Push the button.
This moment of bronze-sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze-sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Ray Ray LJPM, now approve all this.
Listen, Victor sent me that in a text on a Friday. I'll never forget. I was driving to get dinner for me and Jody. Victor sent me that in a text, and I nearly wrecked because
great text. I love
that
what Victor did.
Because of that, and I can see Victor with this evil smile on his face when I'm dying laughing. And Victor says, "Find the lie within that commercial."
Can't.
I pulled. I was going to Burger King. I'll never forget. I was going to Burger King. I pulled over, sat in the parking lot, and laughed for 10 minutes. I got out of my car, hanging onto the driver's side of the car, laughing for 10 minutes. And then Victor gets his evil smile, and all I hear him say is, "Are you okay?" Shut up, Victor. To the point where I called him on the way back.
Okay, Brian?
I called Victor on the way back, and in joking fashion, I said some very unsavory words, and Victor is now a puddle of laughter. And he said, and he said, "Isn't that how they think?" And moreover, there you go, Victor. He said, "What you mean? Don't give me that. What you mean? I'm like, don't give me that. What you mean? You know what? You know what you did. Damn it!"
Oh my gosh.
Ryan McCarthy joining us as he does every Monday. One of the few times there's not a subject on the table, but several subjects on the table. And if y'all want to see different,
You are a treasure and a half, Ryan. Thank you, brother.
you want
I really
if you want to
appreciate
see the different face, you want to see the different faces of Ryan McCarthy this season. Pay attention to the Jets, and that's all I'll say.
you ain't gonna lie about that.
The different faces of McCarthy will pop out this season with the Jets. I know you're excited about the Jets, and you were feeling good because the Aaron Rodgers deal got done. But it's July. All I'm saying is, wait for the other shoe to drop.
Look. I have a term as a Jets fans called excitable dread.
Wow.
Let me explain. What that is.
Dread?
He said excitable dread.
Wow. Well, go ahead and explain excitable dread.
Let me explain the origins of excitable dread.
Here's content gold, folks.
I was actually in church one day.
Oh no! That's where it started.
That's where the thought came into my head. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at church, and the Jets are going to play that. The Jets are scheduled to play that day.
That afternoon. Mm-hmm.
That afternoon, and I'm feeling a sense of excitement because it's another week. It's a fresh week.
Yes.
Let's find out what's going to happen. But I also have this sense of dread because I know what's going to happen. Hence the term excitable dread.
Yeah. Excited to see a game, but hating the fact you probably will see yet another.
You are correct, sir.
That is how I feel about the Texans, so I'm with you on that, sir.
Let me that do a T-shirt with different fonts for different teams.
I felt that way for a while about my 49ers when they were switching coaches like every couple of years, and then Kyle Shanahan shows up and been good since then. We got to get Ryan a shirt printed called Excitable Dread.
I'm working on it. I'm working on one.
The one radio host that has so much excitable dread for his Jets is not even funny is, of course, the legendary Joe Beningo from WFAN.
Oh, the pain!
When you hear Beningo go off, let me use Cole's words. When you hear Joe Beningo and Evan Roberts go off about the New York Jets, or on September 3rd, 2019, the New York Mets, after they choked a 6-run lead. Man, Jody and I were driving to North Carolina, and we had two different vehicles, and I heard Joe Beningo go off about the Nationals' comeback against the Mets, and I'm dying. And I'm saying to myself, I'm glad she's not in the car with me because she wouldn't understand because she's not a big sports nerd like I. She loves football. But she caught a Jets rant, looked at me. Well, I played an old Jets rant. She caught that, looked at me, and said, "That's how I feel sometimes about my Colts," and walked off.
It's a similar feeling for any fan base. For any
fan
base.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No matter which franchise it is, save for the Patriots, but their time's coming.
Yeah, it is because they will go 3-14 this year. I'm sorry, trying.
Ooh.
Wow, man, that's cold. That's dark. Wow,
that is dark.
Who are we talking about?
The darkest timeline's coming for the Patriots.
I know that makes Ryan happy, but good God, that's dark.
And it starts this. Before we go to break and let Ryan out of here. You know what I want? I want the New York Jets to be fully healthy, to be fully invested,
to finally beat the
And
Patriots.
both times, I don't want them to beat the Patriots. I want them to pulverize the Patriots.
Well, one
So
step
Cobra
at a time.
Kai
At
on
least
there.
be on the winning end of a Patriots.
I want to give. Hey, let me.
Since they haven't done one, since they had since 2015.
Let me do this.
Yep.
I want the New York Jets to deliver two
Tiger uppercut
to the Patriots.
Your mouth to God's ears. Mine
Yes. That's Ryan McCarthy joining us courtesy of the Invader Coffee hotline. Go to invadercoffee.com, use the code Snowman, and you get 15% off your first order. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Awesome,
We took last week off from North Credentials Required. We're going to come back tonight. We're going to review Moneyball. We're going to do some sports debate about the 5 best athletes who did not play on your team. And we're going to do some questions for humans cards again. So tune in, 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel.
All right. Can't wait for it, man. Thank you.
Tonight,
Thanks, guys.
8 Eastern, 7 Central. No credits required.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.